Hey guys, today I just want to talk to you about something that I just made a video about a little bit, but I want to get more specific, or actually I should say more broad with it. We here at Authentic Mission do a lot of things. We do videos on spirituality, on our thoughts on different issues. We try to be nonpartisan, but sometimes issues like the Orlando thing come up, and that is a nonpartisan issue. Republican, Democrat, Green Party, whatever country you are, we all dealt with what happened in Orlando, or I should say are dealing with it. But I just want to talk about the internet a little bit in the current state of some companies such as YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. And guys, I'm not shaming nobody, but hear me out here. I love Facebook. I love Twitter. I've gotten to know some great people on Facebook. I've gotten to see some great videos on Twitter. On YouTube. I occasionally do things on Twitter. Not as much as I should, but anyways, it just pisses me off that, okay, maybe I shouldn't use such a big angry word, but it just makes me mad that these companies just, like, I'll use what we just made a video about earlier. We are writing a series. We are currently working on episode 3. On writing it, not filming it, but we are working on episode 3 of a sitcom that we're doing called the Green Store. It's about two best friends that own a medical marijuana dispensary, and it's not about a bunch of stoners. It's not like it's Trailer Park Boys. It's not like it's even Weeds. I'm not a fan of Trailer Park Boys, but that's just me. I love the show Weeds, but anyways, we just wanted to promote our show, and we thought, the Green Store is kind of a cheesy name. We were running around with a couple names, and we thought, let's change it to Best Buds. And Facebook said we can't change the name of our Facebook page to Best Buds before we published it. So we had to wait a couple days to be allowed to do it. And then when we went to change it back, now it's saying it can't be changed. They automatically put it to back to the Green Store. And all I wanted to know, just out of curiosity, just so I know, out of respect for Facebook, was, okay, well, if we can't change it to Best Buds, given that it's about two best friends, why can't we change it to that? Just curious. And we were calm, we were cool, and it was good. And they never wrote us back. They're supposed to, but they never did. And how hard is it to say, look, we can't let you do it because there's a company out there already called that, so it's a conflict. Okay, fair enough. Completely fair, actually. But they couldn't even give us the common courtesy of doing that. And it's pathetic. These companies just rely on algorithms and go, nope, we're not doing it. Okay, give us a no, but please tell us why so we know, so we don't make the same mistake. Right? You think that'd be common sense. And YouTube went through, I don't know as much about this, but they went through the same thing with fair use. They shut down Nostalgia Critic, Doug Walker. By the way, Doug, if you end up ever watching this video, you are awesome, and your team is awesome. I love your videos. But that these companies, like, if it wasn't for Nostalgia Critic, if it wasn't for all these guys that are YouTubers since 2000, 7 or 9 or whatever the case may be, YouTube wouldn't be as big as it is now. Like, I know they have to protect themselves because of Viacom and all of this, but then they had people that were filing fake complaints, and you had guys that rely on YouTube for their living getting attacked, and you got Facebook that will just like I said, they'll tell you, no, you can't do this, and they won't tell you why. And it's like, I don't care how many millions of users you have. We are still people. We are people that use your service, and you know what? If Facebook keeps it up, they're gonna be like MySpace was. MySpace got crushed by Facebook. Who's to say in 10 years that a new, more interactive website won't come along and swallow them up? Like, you gotta have respect for the people that made you the money you made, and like I have a friend that was bullied online, and Facebook was like, oh, just my understanding was they said to her, just file this complaint, and she did, and they didn't do anything about it. How much do you really care about your clients? Did it become about the billions now? I think not, because Mark Zuckerberg is a quadrillionaire, and he still lives in this little tiny house. He gave away a huge portion of his earnings already, and he's not even Warren Buffett, for God's sake. Just have more respect for the people that made you the money that you have. And we're talking about job losses nowadays, and job losses due to social media. How about, or I should say technology as a whole, how about you hire, maybe not a million people, but you hire a bunch of people to filter out some complaints, to watch for actual, if there is fair use going on, or if it's a fake guy coming up with, they took my video, and then they get part of the money and the other person lost out on YouTube. Now, I know Viacom is the cause of what started that, and I understand that. And I think this situation's been rectified with YouTube. I'm just using this as an example. So, if anybody wants to give me an update on the fair use controversy from a few months ago, please give me an update on that, because I would like to know. And I made a very angry video about Facebook, but it's just because it makes me angry, because I want to promote my series, and you're not even answering emails. You're not answering the appeals button when I press it. And I give you guys a few days to do it. And I'll take the YouTube video down once I get a response. Good or bad. Just even if you tell me, please show us proof that you're writing the series, we will send you the proof. It's all about promotion. That's all we want to do. So what? And if it's got to do with the fact that it's about weed, the series is about weed, it's not necessarily about weed. It's about two best friends who get to know this other girl, and they all work in the store for a restaurant, more or less, for medical use purposes. And you get, throughout the series, you're going to see them hopefully deal with dating issues. It's not all about weed. And even if it was all about weed, then why did you let Showtime promote weeds years ago? Why do you still have weeds Facebook pages? Like, please tell us why. Please show respect. And that goes for any company. All these companies that say, click this, do that, and then they don't actually respond to you or give you a fair way to explain what may be going on, whether it be fair use or whatever it may be. So, Like, just have respect for the people that made you billionaires or millionaires or whatever the friggin' case is. Because if you're too big too fast, and your ego gets a little bit, you get a little bit full of yourself, you will be swallowed up by the next college student that comes up with something totally hip. We cannot keep up with technology. Look at the video I did earlier on internet safety, and this, I guess, will go under internet safety, only in the sense that this also goes for the bullying thing that my friend went through. That was painful for her. Like, regardless of what people think they know about her and about her past or whatever the case may be, there should not be groups out there like, there's groups out there, there's hate groups that Facebook basically, or groups that start out as fun, and then somebody spawns it and turns it into evil. Like, look at this piece of shit spotted in, I don't know, Alaska, or look at this piece of shit spotted in Iceland, or wherever the landmark is. You know what I mean? I've seen pages where people are calling people whores on these spotted in whatever pages. Come on, have more respect. Take more responsibility for your property. Alright? And Facebook, if you're watching this, I will take down the angry video. And I do apologize for it in some sense, but at least respond to us and let us promote our series. Because we will rule the world with it. And hey, we want to work with you, not against you. And Twitter and YouTube, hire some people to actually watch for hate speech and watch for harassment. And Facebook as well. You're taking away jobs with technology. I get that. That's evolution that was bound to happen. But create more jobs by creating watchers, or whatever you want to call them, alright? We will take down the YouTube video if you just respond to our request.